Hello everybody and welcome to Obscurities in Miniature. Today we're going to show an example of what happens when the power goes out in the middle of a print. I don't know what in the world happened here. I was very disappointed. I was finally able to start printing some of my Antimatter games models from their last Kickstarter. I thought it'd be a perfect opportunity to show some of them off since they've got a current one going and just to give you guys a good idea of what to expect. I really do enjoy their models. And then this happened. I have absolutely no idea what's going on there because I'm pretty sure he was actually on the base plate, so he should have had those legs finished. But yeah, I will get around to printing this guy. This is the Infected Knight, I believe he was called, and he's big. Just so you know, using our standard dive suit as a scale indicator there. But I thought, you know what, we will try printing some other models. I tried printing one of their succubi models, and yeah, same thing. I don't know how this happened. Check this out. So I've got the whole scythe printed, but then the legs, I don't know. Thankfully, though, I went back and I actually was able to finish that model, and she came out pretty nice. So you can see here, nothing fancy. I did actually print the base. It was a nice touch. There are two little indentations where her legs are actually supposed to line up. And I don't know if it was intentional or not, but the bases work much like the old metal bases, toppers from Deep Wars and Shadow Seas, and they could fit quite nicely onto the top of the appropriate base. So that would be on a 40mm base. And I mean, it does seem to fit her pretty well. Give you guys a couple other examples. We worked on one of the Snakemen Elite. Same idea here. And I gotta commend Antimatter and their sculptors. Very nice detail throughout. Now, I botched that. That's on me, on that scimitar of his. But overall, you can see a really nice job on the detail on him. And he does have a nice little spot to notch him in there. A little bit of blue tack there to keep him nice and steady. So again, everything kind of matches up pretty well with the baseline human size. If you want to get into some of the more exotic things, such as the claw chick or the Tharks, I like this model. I don't know if I've ever shown him off. I like the steampunk arm on this guy. He's heavy too. Surprisingly only on a 30mm base. But yeah. I think we've had a claw chick before. Grabbing a couple other models who at one point were actually due for a video, and then that video got eaten up when I switched my phones. The Great Game Hunter, I believe he was called, and one of the, I think it's the engineer or the scientist, I don't remember which. But let's get back to some of the 3D prints. Now, you guys know that I really enjoy big monsters, so should probably get these guys out of the way. These are the possessor crabs. I tried printing these directly onto the build plate flat, and they actually popped off pretty well, but for whatever reason, this guy's legs did not want to cooperate. His buddies went fine, though. Nice Void Spider alternatives for Shadows of Brimstone if you wanted to paint up batches of other world variations. Hint, hint. Good options there. But getting to some of the bigger models, I wanted to show off the Onigor, and the Onigor are their kind of ogreish Oni type monsters. Now, this guy actually had a fail on his foot. You can kind of see it right there. He was in the same batch as our infected knight guy, who I swear reminds me of, oh gosh, the dude from Dark Souls, whose name escapes me now with his arm. Artorias. You should know that. Artorias the Abyss. It's like a Dark Mariner version of Artorias. So getting our Onigor here. See, nice big size. I did not print the base for him, but that's because I have a million 50mm bases from various games, so I'm not hurting in that regard. And then one of the other Onigor. This guy, unfortunately, I had his spear completely just a huge mess, so I had to clean that up. But again, the detail on these guys are really, really sharp. I mean, not even me butchering it with a bunch of extra primer can dilute the detail there. And that's honestly one of the things, just having everybody on the screen like this is one of the things that I really dig about the Antimatter models is there's just so much in terms of variety and shape, size, and posture of the various creatures. And that's all the land-dwelling stuff. Let's not even get into the water-dwelling stuff. Then we're going to really have fun. In fact, I've got some models here. Oh, one that I printed, whose legs you can only see, because I need to zoom out there. There we go. This is the Orgug. Now, this thing, and this is something I wanted to talk about. This guy actually was a single piece. I was not able to get him entirely, well, I had to play with the print bed for quite some time to get him to fit. I would hope and make a suggestion to Antimatter, and possibly for models of this size, maybe rather than just having us reduce them, put some nice cuts in there so that we can print all those pieces separately and make the job a little bit easier. It's literally, it was just him on the print bed, and then I had to print the base separate from him. But it looks kind of nice with it. So yeah, he's a big model. I think he came out pretty decent. I did prime it already using the Cyclops as an example as well. And then if you guys want to really have fun, we can get out the ancient sea dragon, who does not want to stay on his base now. Now, this was one of the casted versions. I know there is an STL file available for him. Hopefully a little bit easier to work with. Yeah, so you can see there is a large variety in terms of what you guys have available if you are interested in any of these Antimatter models. Me personally, I do really enjoy them. I have got a ridiculous backlog of them, and hopefully we will be seeing more of them in the future. So do take a look at the Kickstarters if you're curious. They do have one finishing up as I am recording this, and hopefully you will see something that strikes your fancy, because I know I certainly did. So, fun stuff, and hopefully we'll get it painted soon. With that said, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching. And we'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye. You're supposed to wave.